Hey, Chris Mueller here. I wanted to give a brief update on the real estate market as we're looking to close July, because we have enough data that we can sort of extrapolate what the July numbers are going to be. Now, one of the things that we're seeing is that it does appear that July will have a slowdown as opposed to June. So June, we had 3,248 closings in the city of Riverside. To date, we've had 2,053, probably not city of Riverside. In the county of Riverside, we had 3,248 closings in June. In the county of Riverside, we had 2,053 so far in July. Now, if we take that number, we divide it by 25, and then we multiply it by 31, that should give us sort of an estimate of how many closings we'll finish out July with, and that looks like 2,545. So we see a drop from the June numbers. What does that mean? Well, it could mean that what we're seeing is what we would normally expect this time of year, and that's seasonality. That in the fall, towards the end of summer, we start to see sales numbers drop because people are trying to get settled for the school year. And in fact, I know people in my world who are moving right now because they're trying to be settled for the school year. They don't want to be in escrow on their home or their next home as the kids are starting school. So, to you as a real estate professional, what do you need to know? Well, there may be less opportunities in August, September, October, November, as we would normally see in any market. But is there cause for concern? Well, I mean, there's some concern. Anytime there's less, it means you need to work harder. Where do I see good news in this? Personally, what I'm seeing is that our numbers are down year over year. Our numbers are down really against the trend of multiple years. This is sort of the lowest number of sales we've seen for a July since 2014. Right. So why is there good news? Well, what it means is there's a lot of demand that's building up. We may not see it yet, but people didn't just stop wanting to move. They're just sort of held in place by the interest rates, by a number of factors, but their desire is still there. Why is that good news? Because it means in your database, there are people who are on the edge of their seat waiting for a break in the market, waiting for interest rates to come down. That will happen, right? Oh, there's a lot of projections right now that in 2024, we're going to see 5.5 as an average rate. The sense is if we get to 5.5 as the average rate, the market's going to break open. We're going to start seeing listings come to market. We're going to start seeing buyers, and it's going to be the Wild West. That's good news because your database is ready for an explosion. So what does that tell me we do in this season? Well, there is a season to sow and there's a season to harvest. Right now is your season to harvest. And you might be saying, my database isn't paying off. I don't want it's not worth my time working in the database. I'm not getting enough leads out of it right now. I need to go buy leads from this person or that person. And you might want to supplement with some online leads. Sure. Don't ignore your database. Don't ignore your database. Don't ignore your database. Do so at your own peril because when the market shifts, it's going to shift fast, it's going to shift hard, and people will do business with who they're in the closest emotional proximity to. That needs to be you, right? Because if you wait for the market shift to start getting into a relationship with your database again, it's too late. The race has begun, right? The cannon has fired and people are racing out and you missed it. So right now, you've got to dedicate yourself to the work of connection, to being in relationship with the most people possible. So that's a quarterly phone call. It's just a phone call to touch base and say hi. I'm not even saying, hey, do you know anybody who looks to buy or sell? I mean, that's great if you want to do it. Please, lead generate. But just the practice of staying in relationship with a quarterly check-in. How are you doing? Past clients. Hey, how's your home? Can I do anything for you? Do you need any references for plumbers or contractors? Or that question of, hey, if we could sell your home, where would you go? Right? That's always a great question. Or just how's life, right? The practice of connection. That's a quarterly phone call. For most of our databases, that's not too many. Now, why don't we do it? Well, because we haven't done it regularly and now it feels weird. How do you get over that? You just do it. Okay, so there's quarterly phone calls. There's also the practice of staying in connection through regular touches with a market update, letting people know what's going on with interest rates, letting people know what's going on with sales volume. People want to talk about real estate. Real estate is the number one generator of wealth in our country. People are interested. So, giving people information, offering training to people on investing. How can you be involved in the life of your database? Giving updates about the community that you live in, giving updates about events going on, all of those things. Just being a connector. Why is it important? Because while the sales volume might not be there right now, when the market shifts, it will shift fast and it will shift hard. And there is a massive amount of demand from sellers and buyers building up on the other side. So don't put yourself in a position where you're playing catch up. Do the work right now. Fall in love with the work of connection, establish strong bonds and ties in your database, and when we get to 5.5 interest rates, I guarantee you will not regret it. This thing's going to take off like a rocket. Don't miss it. The work is now. This is the season to sow. It is a season for patience, yes. Now the good news is, as you sow, as you prepare for the harvest that's going to come, probably 2024, you're going to find business there anyway. You'll find the business to sustain you. It's in your database right now. People are still buying and selling real estate. You're going to reap that reward right now. But again, this is a season to sow. You don't have any idea what's coming unless you're getting ready for it. Now, what's going to happen is as you're talking to your database, you're doing the business of connection, you're doing exactly what I'm telling you to, you're going to start making notes. There's going to be people who say, yeah, we wish we could move, or we would move, or when the rates get to this, we'll probably move. And you're going to start making those notes, and you're going to have that sheet of people that you're going to continue to follow up with because you know that they're waiting. And they might have great reasons to wait. We don't want to talk people into doing something they're not ready to do. But when the situation is right, they're going to move, and you're going to have your list of people who are waiting for your help. Sow the seeds now. Your massive opportunity's coming. Build the market share you can right now and get ready. When it changes, it'll change in an instant. Don't miss it, right? The sales numbers we're looking at right now, yes, July is going to be down from June. August will more than likely be down from July. Don't let that demotivate you. Let that motivate you, because on the other side of that decline is massive, massive demand that cannot be acted on right now. But as soon as the situation's right, they'll move, and you want to be there. Anyway, that's your little market update right now. Put yourself in position, reap the rewards. Catch you guys next time.